Hey, what's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the shittiest channel on this platform. Just kidding, it's your boy Xenon ZT, and we are back at it with a brand new What If. This What If is a special thank you as a 500 subscribers special occasion. What if, you know, not special occasion if you wanna see more of it, drop the likes. So, yeah, before we started, we are so close to 500 subscribers. We are at 496. Yeah, 96 subscribers. So if you can hit the sub goal by the end of tomorrow, would be pretty stoked. And I'll drop another part of any what if you may choose. So the ball is in your court. Do whatever you want. So thank y'all for all the support. It's been a pretty good journey with the lack of uploads and the shitty schedule for videos with every bullshit. You know, it is what it is. But let's get right into it. Before we go, this what if the powers are Deku having a transformation quirk. Not a quirk, it's an ability. Deku originally was a dragon, an elemental dragon as at that. His elemental abilities are the basic four elements, which are fire, water, earth, and air. He can use all of them at once. He's basically the airbender. But I don't want to do the airbender stuff because I'm not pretty caught up with that shit. I love Aang, I love Sokka, I love those shit. But yeah, this is my way of telling the story. I don't want to do the airbender and the savior of everything bullshit. Yeah, not yet. So yeah, his abilities are that, and his transformation ability. He can use his abilities even as a human being, and he can use his abilities as a dragon too. But when he uses them as a human being, his abilities are greatly decreased when it comes to strength, when it comes to his agility, when it comes to everything except agility. He becomes very agile because he's bulky and he's big. He's around 100 meters tall, dude. When he transformed into a great dragon, he can choose his height. The way he transforms, he can be a 30-meter dragon, he can be 20, he can be 10 if he wants, he can be 300 if he wants. He has his mind according to what he wants, he transforms to it. So yeah, there's the partial dragon and there is the full dragon. The partial dragon, which is he gets scaled, his face start turning into a dragon, but no wings, and he pretty much stays in his human form. In the full dragon form, which with wings and all that stuff, and yeah, he can fly by you manipulating the air around him when he's not in his dragon form, and he can use that air when he is in his dragon form to boost his agility and speed. If you can't get all that, you will see throughout the what if. This part will be 20 minutes long, and let's get right to it. The stories of old, the knight in shining armor fighting against the evil dragon. It is false. By the books, it is fault. But the true story was that dragons were magnificent beasts, have communities and have everything. Not communities, they lived close to each other's vicinity. They did not want any harm to humans. They were very intelligent at that, but the the fucking humans, the pieces of shit of earth, wanting glory and honor. They went for the heads. They were antiques to them. They were nothing but mindless beasts. One of these dragons was Izuku Midoriya. His name is not Izuku Midoriya. I'm gonna think of a cool name to call him that. So yeah, the dragon was called Izuku Midoriya. Izuku Midoriya was a normal dragon, living normal dragon life, hunting, going for walks, going for everything like a normal dragon. Sleeps for a long time, as all dragons do. But he loved to transform into his human form and going through the cities and look at the human creations. But one fateful day, a knight in shining armor with a special sword, plus he is in England right now. Deku was in his cave and taking a nap, slumbering around, when a knight in shining armor named Lancelot came in looking for glory and slaying the dragon so he can take the daughter of the king as his bride. Deku at first tried to talk to the human, but the human would not understand the language of the dragons. And he engaged in battle, slashing at Izuku, but Izuku straight up blocked her, thinking that the blade was a normal blade, taking the full force of the slash, bursting his skin and making everything bloody. Deku, as a retaliation, smacked Lancelot with his tail. Smacked Lancelot with his tail and tried to breathe fire to burn the fucking intruder. But the intruder was unrelenting and he slashed at Deku's hand, cutting some fingers, which Deku will regrow because he has a healing ability. Deku, feeling the fear and knowing that that sword was not normal, that it is dulling his ability to heal, and the battle continued for days, which cut most of Deku's flesh and wings, which were tattered. But Deku, as a last resort, flew into the sky, got out of the cave and flew to the sky full of wounds, and started flying around, escaping. And he went far, far away as long as his body could take him. Deku flew, and then he closed his eyes, and the last thought was, the sky is beautiful today. And he crashed into the ground in Japan. The ground, and the time passed 500 years into the future, more like 550 years in the future. Mountains built around him. He became encased in a stone-like substance, like he is preserved, and he's in his wounds healed with time. And Deku was there, just waiting, slumbering around. We jump. Sorry about that. We jump into our normal timeline, 5 years before normal time. Deku, All Might is engaging with All for One, and the battle and the shockwaves were felt across everything, across the land, which woke Deku up from his slumber, and he roared with anger. He roared as hard as he could, and everybody felt the shockwaves from his roar. Like, what the fuck is going on? What is this? What is happening in our world? The world shook for him. And Deku was bigger than ever, stronger than ever, angrier than ever. But his body would not let him move. Not yet. This is not the fated day. And he went back into slumber. The battle between All Might was brutal. It was cut and interrupted by them, by the roars of Deku. Then they got engaged into battle again, and Deku and All Might won by a small margin, and he got pretty injured throughout the situation. All Might was driven into a hospital where his wounds were healed, but not totally healed. His stomach was ruptured, his were pierced, and his body was in tatters. But All Might's mentality of being a hero, the greatest one, the one to put a smile into the faces of every weak person, refused to be put down, and he continued to fight the good fight. 5 years after that, Deku woke up. He woke up from his slumber, not roaring or doing anything, just causing a bit of earthquakes through the land. He woke up in his dragon form and started looking everywhere around him. Then he saw his huge claws, his huge nostril, and his huge teeth. He is fully grown by this time. He's still in a normal teenager body, but he is grown when it comes to dragon form. He is fully grown. He looks just like the picture in the thumbnail. He's big as fuck, his wings are cool as fuck, and he is gray. Fuck green, he's gray. He got up and he burped fire. Yeah, he burped fire. Then he got out of the mountain, breaking it down, and then he looked around him like, what time are we? What happened? Why am I here? And then he remembered his battle with Sir Lancelot, the bitch. And he said, oh, that happened. It pretty much took me a long time to wake up. Things look different. Then Deku got out of the building and he started flying through the city. He flew through the city and everybody was staring at this majestic beast, the 300 meters long dragon. He was nothing else ever seen before. This is not a transformation quirk. This is much greater. This is the evolution for them. And he casted a huge shadow upon earth. Every hero came down to look at this majestic beast. All Might was one of the first arrival because this was deemed an unstoppable force to deal with. But then Deku looked at them and he sensed and smelled the fear in the humans. Deku was pretty calm and pretty normal, pretty calm and pretty sympathetic dragon. Even though he got wrecked by Sir Lancelot, he did not have any grudges against other humans. Only Lancelot. If he met Lancelot, he would tear the shit out of him. So yeah, Deku looked at them and said, oh, I think I'm scaring them. I think I should transform again. Deku landed, on top of a building and he started transforming slowly to normal human form. Everybody was looking, then they said, what? He disappeared? What happened? Every hero was fast to go up to this building, and then they found this naked green-haired boy looking at them. This green-haired boy has an aura to him. He looked at them with curiosity, and then All Might approached him. What are you, son? Then Deku looked at him. Son? I'm older than you. How can you call me son? All Might looked at him. You can't be older than You can't be older than 14, kid. What are you talking about? I am more than 600 years old. Then All Might looked at him. Yeah, you're coming with me to the station. All Might tried to put his hand on Deku. Then Deku blew the wing toward All Might, pushing him with the air force. Don't touch me. You're not allowed to touch me yet. Then All Might took a fighting stance looking at this kid. You're gonna put up a fight? Huh? I won't go all out on you. Deku said, every human here try to go all out against me, no one can win. All Might threw a normal punch, not as hard as he can, which Deku caught with his hand. Said, told you don't do that, and he threw All Might into the sky. All Might caught himself in the air and he threw a normal Detroit smash, not fully powered, which Deku swiped at it, pushing the Air Force away. All Might said, transformation and wind manipulation, huh? Deku said, you want to see more things? Deku put his hand on the ground and a spike shot towards All Might. All Might was like, what? Another quirk? And the Deku looked at him, You're pretty good at fighting, huh? Let's see what you got, old man. Then All Might thought that this was dangerous, and he told the other heroes to back out. I'm going all out on this kid. Then they engaged in battle. Their strength was matched by each other, especially in Deku's human form. He is weakened. Then Deku looked at him. You're pretty good, old man. Let's see what you got. And then the wind and the weather started changing into a raining day, and a lightning bolt shot from the skies toward them, hitting All Might. And then All Might dropped to his knee and said, "Another quirk, you're amazing, kid." And then Deku said, "You saw nothing, sir." All Might, Deku jumped into the sky, starting his mid transformation, partial transformation into a half a dragon, and then he looked at All Might and he blew fire toward him. All Might used a Detroit smash and he smashed through the fire, pushing it toward Deku, hitting him with some force. Deku said, "Huh, that was a pretty good blow." Deku landed back on the building and he looked at All Might retransforming into his human form, and he threw his hand toward him. "I acknowledge you," Deku said. All Might looked at him with curiosity and said, "Thanks, kid." "Me too." And they shook on it. The news was that this kid has this ability of transformation, and everybody wanted to look at this kid. Deku was taken to a special care facility, which he was cooperative with him because in their battles talk for men. Men, when they have a battle, they feel each other's emotions, which Deku felt no animosity from All Might, even though All Might went 100%. He wasn't going for the kill or something like that, just like Lancelot. And he felt his emotion. Deku, sense of smell, is too keen to know what's happening. He felt no fear from All Might, and he felt no animosity or wanting to hurt him. Deku was put through some test, blood test, and quirk assessment test, which will find out that Deku is more than 600 years old, which is he is not lying, and he is an elemental dragon. He is one of the old creations. He lived over 600 years. He is in the millions, but his most of his time he's sleeping and he's slumbering. That's why in the dragon cycle of life takes too long. Deku was nameless, and then everybody looked at him. "What should we call you? What should we call you?" Deku looked at him. "How about Drogon?" Shout out to Game of Thrones, fuck season 8, fuck season 9, or whatever the fuck. Fuck the final season. It was shit. Yeah, he was called Drogon, which Deku kinda liked. And yeah, everything went cool and dandy, and Deku was pretty smart for a dragon. He known about the universe, the old ways of the universe. He told them about magicians, about knights, about everything from the old age, which everybody was fascinated about. And he told them about events that happened in the old days, which were told falsely, which everybody was shocked. And Deku said, "I was there, you can check the time after the test you're done." And yeah, they believed him after that. He told them about some things that happened in the old days, 500 years ago, 600 years ago. And then Deku asked, "Do you know someone named Lancelot?" All Might looked at him. "You mean Sir Lancelot?" "Yeah," Deku said. "Yeah, Sir Lancelot. That bastard cut me up pretty good in our last battle. Just so he can get married, that dick." All Might said, "You should watch your profanity, sir." "You should watch your profanity, kid." And then Deku looked at him like, "Stop calling me kid. I told you I'm older than you." "Yeah, but your looks, I can't. I have this thing when I see a young one called kid." And I'm gonna be leaving this what if right here. I hope you enjoyed me stuttering through everything. Yeah, because I'm thinking this on the spot, and I promise part 2 will be better. So drop the likes. Let me know if you want to see another part of this what if. And it's been your boy ZT. This is special 500 subscribers what if. It's been a joy and it's been a good ride with y'all. And let's hit another 500 in the near future together. See ya.